You're welcome back, and you're still watching Newsnight. We're live from Nigeria's capital in Abuja. I'm Christian Ogodo. Thanks for staying with us. And with less than 2 weeks to the November 11 governorship election in Bayelsa State, the candidate of the All Progressives Congress, APC, Timipre Sylva, is optimistic the appeal court will rule in his favor and upturn the disqualification slammed on him by the Federal High Court in Abuja. Sylva made the statement after the APC resumed campaigns in Nembe local government area of Bayelsa State.
Considered in his place, but here I come back to my people, and the show of love is really overwhelming. Everywhere we go, this is the kind of love we are received with, and we believe that on the 11th of November we will come out victorious. Our opponents, because they are afraid of the election, I've been going around fishing for all kinds of court judgments to stop us from contesting the election. We believe that what they are doing is against the principle of natural justice, and we believe that it will not hold. So at the end of the day, we are expecting that the appeal court is going to give us judgment, and that we will be on the ballot on the 11th of November.
Well, let's have this discussion with Dr. John Isumange. He's the Director New Media of the APC in Bayelsa State. Welcome to Newsnight.
Thank you very much.
Your principal is very optimistic, of him being on the ballot, and he's, from all indications, he's campaigning on, he's soldiering on that, hey, come November 11, APC has a candidate.
Frankly, he has every reason to be optimistic. The fact is that Bayelsa State has been so badly governed for the past 4 years. I tell you, look at
even with the progress that's been made in the last 12 years from Dixon's time to...
I just said Bayelsa State has been so badly governed for the past 4 years. As at the time Dixon left office, the poverty index was 23%. But now it is 88.5%. More Bayelsans are poorer. Most of the projects he inherited have been abandoned. Take, for instance, the Berebiri cassava processing plant, which is a 60-ton facility, has been abandoned. The diagnostic center, another multi-billion naira project, abandoned. The drug mart, the drug distribution company, abandoned. So many of what he inherited have been abandoned. They're not to talk of, you see, because of, I think it all boils down to one thing. The way you enter a house will determine whether you are the owner or not. In 2019, Governor Dire won in only 2 local governments, namely Sagbama and Kulukmopokma. So most people call him Supreme Court Governor. Well, he's governor, but he lacks one important component of governance: legitimacy, acceptability of the people. And that is it negates the mandate principle. The mandate principle says, if we want a leader, let us, freely and fairly choose somebody. In that year, another person was chosen. And lo and behold, because of technical grounds, he became governor. And that is why he has this credibility gap. And he has this idea of not responding to the yearnings and aspirations of the people. So it's a very bad case. So bad that, as I speak with you, remember, because of the subsidy removal, 2 billion naira, that was the first tranche. 2 billion naira was given to each state. Till today, I live in Port Harcourt and Yenagoa. In Port Harcourt, they have brought out a portal where you can fill forms depending on your pedigree, your age, and so on. Some are given 50,000, some are given 100,000. In Bayelsa State, that money went straight into the pocket of the governor.
What evidence do you have to conclude?
We are talking about evidence. It has never been done. It has not been done.
And now, does that mean that it's in the pocket of the governor?
In 2022, we all reported a flood. That was the worst flood we ever witnessed. The federal government, FEMA, or philanthropist agencies contributed money, food, and drugs. You know what he did? He distributed a few to some people who have PDP faithfuls, some to maybe their girlfriends, and locked up all others in a warehouse. Until recently, some boys discovered it. Some of the food had already gone bad. That is not the meaning of leadership. I don't know. Now, what is happening today is if I say Doediri hates the presidency, it will be like an exaggeration. But I'm telling you that his dislike for even the presidency is
but it was there on a visit.
That is what I'm saying. When the first lady came to Yenagoa, Doediri ordered all the institutions to shut down the stadium. And what did she do? I mean, a first lady coming to, no matter the partisan differences, I expected that when the first lady, somebody campaigning, comes to your state, you should be hospitable enough to accommodate the person. Dixon did it, even when Buhari was contesting. He opened the stadium for everybody to contest. Now, they rerouted all these people to a place we call Oxbow Lake Pavilion. Now, not only that, he was not done with that. You know, this man spent, there is an estimate, about 7 billion bankrolling the presidential campaign of Okowa, and well, that is
and you have documentary evidence to that.
In fact,
does the APC in Bayelsa have documentary evidence?
Just leave APC alone. As an activist,
so you combine the two. You are a politician, you are an activist.
I am a university lecturer, I'm an activist too. Now leave that apart. When the Naira redesign movement started by Emefiele, do you know, to be very fair to you, all of us suffered. I had the old Naira, I could not buy Gary. For the first time in my life, I went to the owner of a superstore and took half a bag of rice from him. There was money, but I could not. Do you know that this evil suit, which was aimed at crippling the campaign of the president now, the Doediri government joined the federal government in that suit. Now, let's take that apart. When President Tinubu started, welcoming visitors and so on, he has been a serial betrayer. He betrayed him in several ways. In the sense that even when government was formed at Akpabio, the president, of course, he has a right. It's his prerogative to say, this is the person I want to be the Senate president. Do you know that Doediri advised his senators to vote against Akpabio? It was only one senator among the three that voted in favor of Akpabio. You see, I can go on and on to illustrate how.
Let's localize the issue now. It's on records that Doediri in 4 years, I mean, when you see him go to rallies, communities, traditional rulers come to welcome, particularly in infrastructural development of Bayelsa State, taking into cognizance that that is a coastal riverine state.
That terrain argument is still sterile and old. Nobody does it again.
With the massive road construction and bridges
that is building. See, we have 3 senatorial roads in Bayelsa State. Governor Dixon completed the Sagbama-Ekremo road. Now, flood came, and part of it was affected. All he did, in fact, even the bridges that they were about to construct, Governor Dixon paid for them in advance. And what he did was asphalting and a few culverts he built. Now, talking about the
Is that not continuity in government?
Continuity, but when you give your wife, when you give your wife 100,000 naira to cook a pot of soup, and what you are seeing is 10,000 naira soup, will you be happy? See, we are looking at a state where we have received in 3 years, Bayelsa State has received more than 1 trillion naira. Let me just give you one example. In the year 2020, we got 152.54 billion as FAC. That same year, we got 188.02 derivation areas. In that same year, federation allocation for 6 months. Remember, since President Tinubu came in, because of the subsidy issue, derivation is so humongous. It's so stupendous amount of money. That same year, this same year, some months we get 55 billion naira. In fact, since Bayelsa State was created, he is the luckiest governor we have ever seen. So within this short period, we have received so much money, about 499 billion naira within a short period of 1 year. Now, we are not talking about internally generated sources. Dixon made investments in linkage assurance, in Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company, in BDIC, in London. All these are sources of money coming into the state. Go and see the development. Bayelsa State, Yenagua is in darkness. All the general hospitals are leprous, so to say. If that is a wrong language, I don't know. So the development we are talking about, concerning this campaign, you see, the people who follow the APC are the organic supporters. Remember, Diri is the incumbent governor. And if he's not afraid, why are you paying every PVC owner 5,000 naira per month? You are holding, in every unit, you have 17 agents. And each of those agents is paid 20,000 naira per month. What is causing that? What is the meaning of vote buying? I tell you, there is no contest. If in a free and fair contest, Diri should prepare his handover notes.
Well, it's all right, Dr. John Isumange. I think you'd allow the courts to do their work first and see if your candidates will be on the ballot. Thanks so very much for coming to Newsnight.
Thank you.